I was doing a screenshot recording earlier, and the recording cut off. So I'm going to replay the video I was recording earlier. I'm being harassed and accosted, and I want this to stop. I'm not looking for a surrogate. I'm a Nigerian transsexual, homeless on the street in New York, and I believe some people are trying to take advantage of me, and this is getting more extreme, whereby I'm being forcefully accosted. I'm not looking for anybody to physically make any contact with me. I'm not looking for a surrogate. I do panhandle for money, but I'm not open to return any favors when I'm panhandling on the street. And I'm not looking for a surrogate. I'm looking for someone to borrow me money to get a place to live, and I would pay them the money back in full, but I'm not looking for any other extras or pay people by sex, or I'm not a mail order bride either. So I'm gonna play back the video I was recording earlier, screen recording, before the recording cut off. I'm gonna play back in entirety. I just want to reiterate that I'm not a mail order bride. I'm a homeless Nigerian transsexual in New York City, and I've been experiencing all kinds of weird stuff where people try to grab me and act in sexual ways towards me. I'm not looking for a sex partner. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not a mail order bride. And one of the incidents, I would like to play the video. So let me just lower the volume. And so this incident occurred on Thursday, April. It occurred on Thursday, April 2025. So let me just interject. I was trying to get the dates. The date is that this incident occurred is April 3rd, 2025, around close to 9 p.m. on 34th Street and 7th Avenue. I will continue playing the recording. I couldn't get the date to pull up, on the screen. So the incident I'm referencing in the video occurred on April 3rd, 2025, around 9 p.m. in front of Macy's 34th Street and 7th Avenue in Manhattan. I'm just trying to get the exact date to pop up on the screen. It occurred, in front of Macy's on 34th Street and 7th Avenue in Manhattan, when a guy touched me, grabbed me from behind, and I don't like people touching me, and another guy said he had something to give to me. And also to interject, there's a police camera, a Macy's camera, I believe, that recorded the incident. The guy came and grabbed me from behind. Then another guy told me he has money to give me. I was like, okay, hold up. I don't know what it's about. What is the money about? They wouldn't tell me. So I was like, no, you got to tell me what the money's about. It wouldn't tell me. I said, keep your money. Wanted to give me $20. I'm like, keep your money. I'm not trying to be involved in your fraudulent scheme or whatever its purpose is. I'm not looking for a surrogate, and I'm not looking for any attempt to induce me into a fraudulent contract. I'm a panhandler, but I like people to tell me what they're offering me the money for. And the way they grabbed me from behind, I was like, this looks like a funny stuff. I don't like people physically touching me. If when I'm panhandling, I prefer people to put money in my hand. I normally wear a glove. I tell them to put the money somewhere else. I don't like physical touches. So the way he accosted me seemed a little suspicious. So I know that there's a whole lot of scam going on, whereby they could claim that you were the surrogate and kill you and ask, and claim, that any money in your estate belongs to to their child, that you adopted their child or something. So I believe some people are trying to run a scam on me. My mother was killed by her daughters. My mother said the daughters were into insurance fraud, bullying fraud, and they framed mental illness of my mother to kill her early. So I believe there's some scam going on whereby I'm a homeless foreigner and they believe they can kill me. I heard about cases whereby strangers would enter into a fake marriage with a homeless person and then kill off the homeless person and go claim insurance money fraud. So I believe some of the harassment I'm experiencing is due to some fraudulent scheme going on. So this is very, very serious. So I'll continue playing the video. And it went to his pocket and brought a $20 bill. So I'm like, okay, what's the money for? And it wouldn't say nothing what the money's for. It was like, just take it. I'm like, I need to know what the money's for. Because I'm not a mail order bride. I'm not looking for a surrogate. I've been getting death threats also, whereby people call the police on me to try to kill me. So I don't know if people are trying to kill me and claim I was their surrogate, because I'm trying to file a lawsuit against the police for taking my home on Staten Island. A black American that was helping me with the court paper promised to help me. The police went and beat him to death every corner. Then my mother's daughter's belly and Flora Finn mental illness with my mother and killed her. My mother was trying to kill her early and claimed the police taking my home. The home me and my mother used to live in on Staten Island caused my mother to die because the home was taken illegally by the police. So I've been a victim of extortion, and I just want to state, I'm a transsexual, and I'm not in a lifestyle that allows me to have children, so I'm not looking for a surrogate either, and I'm not looking for a sex partner. So I've been experiencing a lot of attempts to kill me. I don't know who's hiring these people, but when I try to use the bathroom, the women's bathroom, there are some black Americans and some other ethnicities, workers in the bathroom that call the police on me and chase me out of the bathroom. I'm a transsexual, and try to start try to incite violence against me. And they say a lot of police encounters on black lead to fatality. So I don't know, because a lot of fraud occurs here in New York City. A lot of crime occurs, and they said, anytime you try to file a lawsuit, there are criminals that will try to take the money from you. So I suspect this is what is going on, whereby people will offer me money and wouldn't tell me what the money's for. And I always tell them, you gotta tell me what the money's for. I'm not looking for it. Okay, so in continuation, so I believe this I'm experiencing, part of the crime wave going on. One of this Eric Adam is a black American mayor, and he happens to know my friend Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner was trying to help me after the police took my home on Staten Island, and the police went and beat him to death. He was trying to help me with the court papers. So they said, they kill rats here, people that snitch on the police, and Eric Gardner was just trying to help me snitch on the police. And this Eric Adams, they said he knows this Eric Garner. He knows this family, and he's been saying rats are going to be killed in New York. So I'm still trying to get my sue the NYPD for taking my home. And this Eric Adams has been sabotaging my efforts, saying he wants homeless to be removed from the street and put in psych wards. They're saying the past that's been used as a ruse to kill a lot of black American homeless. They'll put them in mental homes and abuse them to death. There's actually one of those mental homes on Staten Island, and it was a big hospital, and it was vacant. And when I used to when the 53 bus used to pass through it, and I had to ask people, and they told me it was one of the mental institutions that used to house homeless black Americans. I said the abuse they were subjecting these black Americans to was so severe, some of them would die, and they had to file a lawsuit to shut it down. And it was just such a hollow place. It was a very big hospital, but it's all vacant. So this Eric Adam, I believe some black Americans don't like Africans, and he's using his power to try to set me up. He has used the city money to go and build a facility like that, and he said he wants that kind of method to be reintroduced, where homeless people like me will be forced into mental wards. So I'm experiencing a barrage of black American workers when I try to use the public bathroom that will call the police on me, try to make me look like I'm crazy and I need to be put in a psych ward. to try to get me to be killed. There's a lot of police encounters on Black lives end up with fatality. People like Diallo, people like Arigona. So this has to be investigated. So I don't know if they're just trying to be an accessory to potential fraud, to whereby they could feel that if they can kill me, they can have people to claim, I was their surrogate, and they paid me money, and they need to extract my sperm and go create a baby, and then the baby inherits everything. So there's a whole lot of hate between the Black American community and African community, and I feel I'm a victim of this hate, whereby due to my vulnerability, being a homeless African on the street, Nigerian, transsexual, and also they notice some of this unscrupulous characters notice I don't have any. And I don't have any support because my mother's daughters here in America killed my mother, but only in Florida. My mother said they were trying to extort her for money, or also kill her and get money through insurance fraud. And even if possible, because the police took me, the home my mother was living in, they were trying to, my mother was saying one of the daughters was poisoning her food to make her die of a heart attack so that she can sue the city of New York and make it look like the stress from being homeless killed my mother, from the stress from the police taking her home unlawfully, me and my mother's home. The daughters used to live in Pennsylvania. Me and my mother were living on Staten Island, so the daughters never lived with us. It was just me and my mother, and they were just trying to, and they feel the best way they can make a claim to get money is to kill my mother and inherit the money, from the lawsuit. So this is what is going on. And, so in places like the Port Authority, 42nd Street, Grand Central, 42nd Street, and Penn Station, the Black American workers, they're calling the police on me for no reason. It's like they're trying to incite police violence on me to get me killed like Diallo. So this has to be investigated as fraud. And they said and they're trying to assist this Eric Adam because he's saying he wants the homeless people to be arrested. He has built a mental home, and he wants the past abuses that been meted out to homeless Black Americans in the 70s to be exacted on me as a homeless Nigerian. I criticize him a lot, and he needs to be arrested. It's Eric Adams and his Black Americans cohorts. So they make it hard for me to use the bathroom. I'm a transsexual. I use the women's bathroom, and also I'm getting accosted on the street. I don't want nobody to accost me. I'm not looking for any business deal with anybody. I'm not a surrogate.